Hi, this is a brief walkthrough of the HHG4M course, which is newly formatted and different than other e-learning courses if you have taken others already. So when you get to the home page, you get to this video that introduces the course. Unfortunately, you have to close it each time you come to the home page. I haven't found a way to disable that. But once you get here, you get this nice visual that gives you links to the different aspects of the course. So note that in the center here, we have sort of an overarching question that asks what makes us different from one another. And when you click on this, it brings you to the culminating activity. And so it's the idea of showing you the final summative assessment in terms of where you're going in the course and sort of what you're going to have to do as the final assessment. And if you scroll down, you can actually read all the instructions for that. And your teacher did direct you to read that during the first week of the course, just so you can be thinking about that as we proceed through the content. Note that you can enter each of the modules through here, but really once you get to the module, you can actually switch between any of the modules using the navigation on that page. Okay, so going into module 1, I want to explain the navigation. So if I scroll down, then I see all the activities for Module 1, but note that to actually complete something, I need to click Explore, and you'll see those Explore buttons throughout the course. When I click Explore, it opens up the activity, or it opens up a content in another window, or under Module 2, for example, it starts with the overarching question for the module, and then has you explore that in closer detail, and so it gives you a more specific question here in Inquiry 2.1, and then there's more specific questions again under 2.1.1, 2.1.2, and so forth. So use the arrow to get into that more specifically, and when you get here, you now have the exploratory activities and the suggested resources. Now, it's not best for you to just go into the module and just do the activities, whatever you find, and answer the questions, because the course relies on the teacher framing the questions and giving you the work that goes with the resources that are here in the course. So, for example, in the newsfeed, your teacher is giving you instructions. So I'm going to go back to the home page and scroll down to the newsfeed. These post in reverse order, so whatever's at the bottom is the first posting, and whatever is at the top is the most current posting. So notice that you're given instructions here for what to do for 2.11. And it actually has the handout here that when you click on it, it's going to open up and ask you to make a copy. So once you make a copy of that, it will be in your Google Drive, and then you can work on it there. Note that your teachers sometimes put links in to things that are relevant, like the summative assessment, a calendar event, a link to the discussion, so you can link to other areas of the course and read and see those things. The ePortfolio is referenced during the course as a place to keep your artifacts, and basically it could be your response to a question, it could be some work you've completed in analyzing particular concepts. And so you can go to the ePortfolio and add an item, and there is a video on this already that you can watch that explains it further. Note that you can also link to it through the top navigation, brings you to the same location. Another tool is the groups tool. I'm going to view as a student and then go to the groups tool, and you'll see just one of your groups here, but you will have a link to go to your group's discussion, and it's a discussion that only you see with your group members. You could also select this email icon and it will pop open an email that you can email just to your group members. So if I go to the discussion here, you can see some people have posted already in this discussion for the group activity, but you can use it for other purposes other than this group activity that's been given recently. Note that as you're completing your work, you might be asked to add an item to your ePortfolio. You could be asked to put something in a Dropbox,
or to participate in a discussion, or it might be a group discussion. So it is really important, as I've already mentioned, to read the newsfeed and follow those instructions specifically. Next, note the checklist tool. You have a checklist here that when you click it will open in another window, and you can check off items that you have completed. This is a checklist for you to use. The teacher creates it and puts due dates on it, which then puts dates on the calendar, but you can use this as a yes, I've done that, and then save and close. Your teacher may not even check your checklist, as it's a tool for you to use individually. Going over to the email tool, I find the email a little unfriendly in the format that it presents it to you when you first start using the system. You have this pane at the bottom that shows you a preview of the message when you click on the message, but it's very difficult to navigate between these two boxes. So I'm going to show you a way to make your email a friendlier place. Click on Settings, scroll down to Display Options, and uncheck the box that says to show that message preview pane. Save. And now my email displays just as a single list in this column. When I click on an email, it opens up in a separate window and I can do a reply or a reply all or forward, and it's much easier to use. So just a comment on the YouTube playlist. So you may think this just looks like one video, but if you click the top left corner, it actually shows you a scrolling list. There's only 4 there so far, but as we add new videos to the course, you will find them in the playlist. If you click on the title of the playlist, it will open in a new window. And again, you'll see all the videos for the course listed here. So know that as we add new videos, they'll be added to the top of the list. So like the newsfeed, it will work in reverse order. This brings us to the end of the course orientation. Please use the class Q&A if you have any further questions about how the course or the environment operates.